Alright, in this video I will demonstrate a technique to successfully attach a PL-259 connector to a RG8 coax. The hallmarks of a well-connected connector is it's very mechanically strong. You cannot twist it off with your hands. It's not necessarily pretty. This is not a pretty connection, but it is very, very strong. If you try to make it pretty, you will most probably overheat the connector and have the center conductor ooze out and foul the whole connection, which you don't want to have. So the first thing you do when making up one of these connectors is to prep it. The cladding on these things, the plated metal, does not allow solder to wet properly, so you need to clean it. And what I do is I'll get my little jeweler's file and ream out the holes. Then I scrape up the inside. You really want to expose clean metal, and then I go around and I use the knurled end of these files to clean up the center pin. Okay, the next step is to cut back the outer sheath. You want to be careful not to nick any of the braid. Pull it out. I am a fan of liquid flux, so I put liquid flux inside of it, around here. The flux helps keep the metal clean during the soldering operation. The elevated temperatures causes the metal to oxidize, and the flux continuously cleans it. Now at this point I would probably be using this in the field. This is an iron that has enough capacity to heat the large mass of the connector and the shield. In this operation I will be using this iron right here. This is a really small 80-watt iron. This is a massively powerful iron for its size. So you can see what I'm doing much better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flux up this, the braid. I'm going to tin it. So now you size things up. You want the sheath to go into the threaded section of the connector. That makes for a very strong mechanical bond. And the shield is going to come to about right here inside the connector. So this is where I'm going to make my cut. Alright, that should do it. And I apply a little looks to the inner conductor. A little more on the shield. Just alright. At this point I would be sliding this on here, but we don't need that for this exercise. Get a little mechanical advantage. This really makes it easier. Alright, so now we have it up into the connector. And then we proceed to solder. You really want to heat the metal, the work, and not the solder. In this case, it's a good thing to do it this way because you need to start off the solder to the shield. It's kind of a pain to get it going. Okay. And this guy is not cooperating with me. This is a connector that predates World War II, and it really shows its age. Okay, at last it's flowing inside. Just tapping it to make sure that I'm getting the solder inside of the holes, and I'm filling the whole cavity around it. I'm making no effort to make this a pretty solder job. I just want continuous solder all the way around it, and I think I've achieved it. Alright. It's actually easier if this was connected to something. But there you go. That is a secure PL-259. You cannot twist off with your hands. Well, kind of, it's too soft. And that'll work. That is exactly the way I did this one. It's not shorted. and it is very solid.